right, shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect, shalom barakathum. And the title of this lesson is going to be the World War III train has left the station. All right, the World War III train has left the station. Reading this article real quick with a headline, 3 U.S. troops killed in drone attack on military base in Jordan. All right, now Jordan has a very strong military presence there. It's a big base. As a matter of fact, let me look up the base size. Number of troops in Jordan. Okay, so there are 3,000 American troops in Jordan. Now, when you go over to Kuwait, I believe Kuwait has like 10,000. There's a lot of basically military personnel in the Middle East within striking range of the big bad guy that they're demonizing now, which is Iran. All right, and but they've been fucking with Iran since the 70s. Okay, so we're going on 50 years of them just poking, all right, one of the dragons of Arabia, all right, which are the Persians, which the Bible calls them the Carmenians at times. Okay, that's what's going on here. But quick precept. This is Slovakia. Let me see. Slovakia had it in second Ezra's here. Yep. Second Ezra's chapter 16, verse 16 verse 15. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. And that's the main point of this lesson, is that fire has basically been kindled. And although it looks like a small fire, it looks manageable now, but the scriptures already said it's not going to be put out. So what happens with a fire that can't be put out? Well, eventually it's going to catch hold of something else, something bigger and greater. Okay, one cartoon or anime, I should say, that I used to watch was Naruto, and there's an ability by one of the clan members in there when he gets the upgraded ninjutsu ability, all right, with the Sharingan, the eye, he can do something called Amaterasu, and that ability basically, he can put a black flame on you that cannot be extinguished. Like if that shit touches you, it's gonna burn through you and it's gonna burn forever. All right, and that's how this fire is. Now we know it's gonna be literal fire, but this is a fire at the work that is spiritually worked on by the Heavenly Father, man. All right, so when it says this fire is kindled and it's not going to be put out, it's not going to be put out, man. It's going to be here until Yahweh Shai gets here. All right, then that fire is going to be put out, but America is going to be smoking. It's going to be a smoking heat, man. All right, it says, let me read that again. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward. All right, even so the plague shall be sent upon the earth, shall not return again. All right, so that's basically saying these plagues, it started really in 2020 fully. Okay, they give y'all some piece of semblance. All right, you got to enjoy, you know, low inflation, and a lot of people bought houses during 2020, man. A lot of people became millionaires starting podcasts. A lot of women became millionaires doing OnlyFans during this period of time. Okay, and what happened? What happened? Now you found out none of that money's real. You didn't have a wealthy mindset. So what did you do with that wealth? You burned it, man. You bought Hellcats. You women, you bought a bunch of $20,000 bags that ain't gonna help you do shit when shit hit the fan. Okay, you didn't prepare. Okay, so that lull, even though it felt good, that was also a plague, man. Now most of you people are in debt now. Now this economic thing is getting ready. That chicken is coming home to roost, so to speak. All right. So those plagues started in 2020, and now, if you've been paying attention, you'll start seeing how the groundwork has been being laid. During 2020, this guy, Cotton Schwab, he's been popping up more and more and more, speaking more and more boldly, man. His right-hand man, Noah Hall Yarari, I think that's how you say his name, all right, straight up says humanity, they're hackable animals, okay? But he speaks about it like he's not including himself when you hear him speak. You know, it's almost like he's talking about y'all are hackable animals, not me. He's not gonna stick a transplant in his mind and be controlled by some remote server with AI, like he's suggesting y'all do. You know, so these people have been coming out being more and more boldened, and so the groundwork has been laid. It only looked like the arrow turned back. That's basically what I'm saying. The arrow did not turn back. This guy's been passing legislation. He's been infiltrating these cabinets. Klaus Schwab straight up said that. We got people in the cabinets of every major nation, man. Okay? This is why these different countries in the West and the EU, there's no democracy, man. These people all sing the same song. All right? They all agreed what to do about Ukraine. All of them. Germany's giving money. France. You see? They all agreed because they've been infiltrated, man. This is what's been going on while y'all thought shit was good in 2020, 2021. All right. Oh, I got to keep my job because I took the you know what. But that is not real, okay? This is why we never stop preaching, man. Okay? We're supposed to sound an alarm that this thing is getting ready to end. Okay, I'm telling you that right now. Things are not going to get better. I don't care if your life is improved or if it's gotten worse. If your life is improved, it's going to get much worse. If your life got worse, it's going to get even worse. All right. Let me read that again. Verse 16, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. All right, when it says it shall not return again, that means that it's not going the direction that it came from. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. They saw that they can control you with the narrative in 2020, with that illness. Okay, so what's going to happen this time? They're going to have a new pathogen coming out. All right. Code name X. You see? And they got so much data off of you people. Esau was reading all the text messages. He was saying how panicked you were. He saw you moving money from the savings account and every marker that you can pin down on somebody that screams panic and they're scared. He knows it, man. He has it. That's what AI is all about. That's what these large data farms and data servers are all about, man. Like Facebook is building one out here, man. That thing is massive. Just the whole servers of data. All right. They're going to feed into this AI god. All right. That's going to calculate and crunch all the numbers. And he knows, man. He knows he got you, basically, man. All right. There's not going to be any amount of protesting that's going to work on this guy when you can't eat or feed your family. He's going to say, like, well, you can take the Karagma. All right. You can take my solution. You see? So when we see news breaking out about things happening over in Jordan in the Middle East, it's especially encouraging because we know that it's not going to go back at this point, man. We know that it's not going to, it may lull down, but it's not going to go backwards. Okay, you're not going to see Russia and China and America all shake hands and say, let's let bygones be bygones, and let's stand each other up. Let's stop printing fake money, and that's trading real assets and making sure, you know, our people at the bottom can have a real shot at wealth. And that ain't happening, man. That's not happening. That's an illusion. That's a demon on you, man. All right. The Lord said He's gonna choose their delusions. All right, because they mocked basically when the Lord offered the information, the wisdom of what's getting ready to happen, you scoffed at it. So the Lord allowed you to go back into the world. A lot of you guys that walk by the camp, a lot of you women that walk by the camp, or you look at a video and you just shrug it off. The Lord let you go back into a delusion thinking that this place is salvageable. It's not. No, I don't care what a politician tells you. When the Lord pronounced judgment against this place, it's going to happen, all right? It's going to happen, all right? What precept was I thinking about just now? Something came to mind. Isaiah 43, bring forth, Isaiah 43:8, bring forth the blind people that have eyes and the deaf that have ears. What is that talking about, man? It's talking about sight and sound, okay? Vision and hearing that has nothing to do with your eyes and actual ears. It's spiritual, okay? How else would a blind person be able to see or a deaf person be able to hear? Because it has nothing to do with the physical ears or the physical eyes. Verse 9, let all the nations be gathered together and let the people be assembled. Why is the Lord gathering all the nations together, man? The Lord does not like a bunch of people gathering together, a bunch of mishmash. The Lord doesn't deal with a metropolis or metro cities and everybody coming under one of different backgrounds and mingling and mixing. The Lord likes order and diversity. Okay? He likes things to be separate, all right, and compartmentalized. And the greatest evidence of that was the Tower of Babel. You saw how the Lord looked down upon that, okay? You saw how the Lord didn't want his own people mixing and mingling with other nations, okay? So why is he gathering a bunch of nations? Did the Lord change his mind? No. The Lord is gathering these nations together for a judgment, man. All right? If the Lord calls a meeting for all the nations, that's not good, man. That's getting called to the principal's office. You know, that feeling you sink in your chest. Everybody report to the auditorium. You're like, oh shit, what happened? You know, that's what the Lord is doing in the earth, though. All right? Now, they're not going to hear a voice, but the angels work on the Lord's behalf. They're going to put thoughts in the minds of these leaders, all right? They're going to plant things. They're going to cause certain things to go a narrative, all right? That's going to lead to them walking their ass right down where the Lord told them to, man, where the Lord wants them, all right? It says, who among them can declare this and show us former things? Let them bring forth their witnesses, that they may be justified, or let them hear and say it is truth. All right? Let me read that in the NLT. It says, gather the nations together, assemble the peoples of the world. All right? Which of their idols has ever foretold such things? All right? Because none of these idols are going to tell you anything, man. If you go into Catholicism, they don't deal with prophecy. If you go into Islam, they don't deal with prophecy. Okay? None of them can tell you how this thing is going to end. None of them can tell you the signs and indicators of what's going to happen before major events occur. Okay? In verse 10, it says, ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord Jehovah, and my servant whom I have chosen, that ye may believe me and understand that I am he, and we and only the elect in these days are gonna have that, man. All right. Scriptures say the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. So only a few men are really gonna take heed, are really gonna fear the Lord, to the point to where we're gonna go out and we're gonna warn. Okay. We believe in the Most High. We believe this thing is going to happen. This is why we're not overly invested into a woman or a business or a job opportunity or some real estate. You know, we're already pilgrims in our mind. We may have a place of residence where we come home every day and go through the bullshit routines, but in our mind, we're elsewhere, man. We're thinking about something else. All right. Why? Because we already know the prophecies are coming to pass. The scriptures say the plagues are not going to go backwards. Okay? I think that's basically all I want on that. Let me see. Yeah, that's basically it. It just tells you basically Babylon, which is America, is going to be destroyed, which is true, man. Which is true. Okay. This place, if you think this is going to last like decades, you are sorely mistaken, man. All right? And it's very dangerous, because what's going to happen is you're going to fall asleep at the wheel, and boom, it's going to be here. All right? You're going to forget about it. You're going to, have a baby and walking around with your kid one day because time has passed, and then boom, you're set up. All right? Anyway, I'll end it there, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. This thing is almost to an end. Call hello Yahweh Ba'Shemi Hawashai Ba'Hashim Rachak Wadash. Shalom.